Hey up, Richie here from RW Hobbies. Welcome back to next installment of Building Millennium Falcon by Fanhome. This episode we're going to do parts 27 to 31. Alright, so welcome back. So beautiful spring day, birds chirping in the background, and I got my latest pack from Fanhome for Millennium Falcon. Now as always, I sometimes forget to say this, I know I'm bad, but Fanhome do send me this free of charge. So thank you, Fanhome, for sending it to me. And yeah, I'm not sponsored. They don't pay for anything. They just send me a free pack for me to build and put on the channel to share with you guys. So as always, my input and my opinion and stuff is solely my own, and it's not swayed by any means by Fanhome. Also, the link is below to subscribe. Now, the past few months, as time of recording this, it hasn't been on the website. I think it's been sold out or back ordered or something. I'm not really sure. But depending on when you watch this video, if you click on the link and just keep trying, you might get lucky. Some of the other stuff has come back in the stock, and you can always email Fanhome too for status. So, opening up the box, which is interesting. Now they're using the D'Agostini boxes, not the blue Fanhome boxes. Fanhome obviously is a division of D'Agostini. And we have 5 magazines. So we have 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. So we're getting pretty far along here. And we have our parts. So 28, 29, big piece of hunky metal on this one. 30. 31. And 27. So I'm going to put all these to the side for now. Get this box out of the way too. Throw it away so we get a little bit of space. And we're going to start with number 27. So here's a magazine. And give a quick flick through the magazine as always. You've got the Super Star Destroyer, the Executor. Captain Piet, interesting. Battle of Endor, again, all good information about Star Wars. I think, as I mentioned before, for 100 and was it, I think 100, 110 parts, whatever it is, I think I ran out of like Millennium Falcon material. So a lot of this is general Star Wars stuff in here too. Talking about buzzer cannon, and on to my next parts. So my favorite, as always, and no sarcasm here, is building these cushion things. We've done so many of them. It's like building tank tracks on a piece of armor. Not my favorite thing to do by any means, but I think we're almost there in finishing this interior. So fitting the base and cushion pads. And then we're actually going to assemble some frame too. So we've got everything going on. We've got the interior, and then we're going on to add some more frame. And spoiler alert, I think by the end of this episode, we have almost the whole upper side of this frame done. And again, you can see on the back here kind of what we've got going on here on just one part where it kind of features in the Falcon, which is kind of nice. So there we go. That's kind of what we've got going on there. Quick look inside the packet. And we have, again, a panel for the upper side. It does have the number on the back, which is handy because I was worried, for all these panels, I'm not going to remember where they go. So we're number 21 here. So again, I'm just leaving all these off right now. You're not screwing them on, just kind of loosely placing them. So they just kind of fall off. So I'm not even bothering putting these on. So panel, just like a bit of a corridor. Some pads, some cushion things for the walls. A little bit of frame. Some screws. And a more assembly jig. Now, what I always do is I just put these pads on right away so I don't lose any. And they just self-adhesive, so you can peel the plastic off, the paper off the back. Stick it in there like that. I like that. But I'm going to put it to the side. So, right, so I'm going to work through the magazine, build this section up, and we'll come back and see how we're looking. As you can see, part 28 pretty much brings the interior to an end, I think. It says there's some few other parts to add, so it says don't glue it together. So you can see I just kind of placed loosely the corridors and stuff, and you can see what we're got going on. It does look pretty cool, I must admit. So all these bits are obviously loose. They're going to be screwed up and glued and stuff at the appropriate time. Now this is the part we worked on, and yeah, really just, again, done as many times before. The cushions, gluing that in, and then this part, the ring, I was trying to put on that end that goes on this end. One thing to note too is with this ring, it has a tab that goes up through this hole. Just make sure you glue it or anything. Just make sure you line it up. It goes one way. If it doesn't, you have it the opposite way around. The pin doesn't line up at the top, so it's only one way it goes. So just make sure you line that up. But there you go. As you can see, we're looking pretty cool there with the old interior. Now I'm gonna just put this to the side. So I have a little bit of space here. Let's put it right here. And bring in number 29. All right, 29. We're on to a A-Wing. Some more information. I gotta be honest with you, I've not read any of these magazines. At some point, a quiet Sunday, I need to sit down and read all this content because it's pretty cool. Battle of Yavin. And we are on the turret ring, which is good because it adds some strength to what we have here. Where the parts fit, again, we're showing you what part we're kind of working on. So we're basically just going to add the turret ring, and that is it. Okay, that's not much there. So I will get the bag of parts, which again shouldn't be too much, but it is quite weighty, being the center. Again, white metal. Comes with more screws, which we need. Put those to the side. Put you in the trash, plastic bags. And we have a very weighty turret ring. And we have another bit of frame. I'll put the other frame, which I think we'll need later. So yeah, I need to move the camera out of the way because it's so big now to get this guy in. And when we get back, we'll carry on with part number 30. All right, so zoom the camera out a little bit because you can see we're getting pretty big. So turret ring goes on. Now, note there's a little kind of groove on the turret ring, and there's a little indent on the last piece here on the right. So that helps you line the turret ring up because it goes a certain way. So you just clip it together, it goes over the top of the these bar things, and just basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 screws. Screw it all in, and just I just hold it from the back and my finger, hold it together and just screw it in. Again, using touch of 3-in-1 oil with each screw, just dab it in so it screws in a little bit better for the threads. Not using the jig thing. The plastic jig seems a bit of a waste of time for me so far. Just waste of plastic. So I'm just holding it by hand. Again, line it up and just work my way around, screw all these things up, make sure they're nice and tight. And we have a very sturdy Millennium Falcon. And now, without further ado, on to number 30. We're on the Trade Federation battleships. Not a big fan of the prequels at all. Battle of Naboo. Sorry if the glare of the light right now. That's why I'm kind of angling the page. Artificial gravity generators. Interesting. Secrets of space flight. A little bit of Star Wars Rebels there. And mixed with some NASA KC-135. So there you go. Next parts. Working on the whole frame, another jig, assembly jig, and we're basically just adding, as you can see here, another row of, sorry, I'm looking here, adding another row of frames. Again, reminder that lip does go underneath the main turret ring in the middle, and there we go. To be honest with you, I don't really, I'm not using these plastic things, and I don't really follow these instructions. I think they're a little bit cluttered and kind of confusing. I just really look at the main thing here and see, okay, these 3 parts, and that's where the connector goes, blah, 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 and I just follow it from there. So, yeah, there we go. So that's part number 30. So, as always, I'm just going to sit down, get those parts screwed together, which should take about 5 minutes, and how editing, will be right back. Actually, right back, because I forgot to show you the bag. So, let me open this bag up, which is stapled a little bit more aggressively than the other one for some reason. More screws, more trash, another plastic guy. basically a couple bits of frame, one plastic panel, and some more screws. And again, this is what gets you, this is what one part is. So whatever the cost of a subscription is nowadays, that's basically what you get. So you make your own opinion up, cost-wise. So there we go. So now I do have the parts. I will get these screwed onto the main frame. All right, so getting bigger and bigger and zooming further and further out from the camera. So basically did with my fingers here, these 3 pieces put on. And just note, use the right piece here because you have a couple of pieces. You have 33 and 36, and I put 36 on. When I looked at the picture, I noticed that this little square should be closer in rather than out. So I had the wrong piece on. So just make note, again, the pieces are printed on the back of the number. So 33 on here, and you should have 36 left, which is for the next part, which will go on at the bottom here. So as you can see, we're getting quite a big beast now, and yeah, and increasingly difficult to manage. But there we go. So we're on to number 31, Naboo Starfighter. More Naboo stuff. R2 Astromech droid. Nice little picture of R2-D2. There's gadgets. And next parts. And spoiler, we're basically just adding a another row on to the end here. 38, 37, and 36. I just mentioned those 3. Just it's that identical process to what we just did in part number 30. So that's 31, and that will complete the 5 parts for this month. So a lot going on as always. So let me grab the box. And bag number 31. This time I come this side of the camera. And that is what we have in the bag. Put the trash away. So once again, a few more bags of screws. We'll add to the rest over here. Another panel. Now bear in mind, I mean, we're going to paint all this again. I mean, it looks okay, but obviously, with model making here, with the paints and the airbrushes and tools I have, I get this looking a lot nicer. So once this thing's fully assembled, we'll go to town and start, getting this thing painted up. And in the bag, basically, like I said, mentioned, 2 more pieces of frame and the arms that go down the center here. Now, it's good to note here, now I'm thinking about it, from these 5 parts, I don't think we have anything left over rolling over to next month. I think we're using everything in the previous episode. So it'll be interesting to see next month, where we're, I'm assuming we just carry on the frame, but we've got nothing kind of tying over other than a bunch of, these panels and screws and stuff. All right, so yeah, enough of waffling. Let me get this last few pieces put on and we can wrap this up. So there we go. So nothing beats a good morning of screwing, and we are done with this. As you can see how big we're looking now. It probably weighs a good, I don't know, maybe 5 to 10 pounds or something. I don't know. Well, actually, not very that much. Probably weighs like 3 or 4 pounds. But there we go. So put the other level on, the other layer, and repeat and rinse. It's pretty much the same. So I'm guessing next month we're probably going to finish. I think next month we're going to finish the this upper side. Gives you an idea of size. I'm thinking actually, when it's finished and done, I might just put it on the ceiling somewhat. So you can see the ceiling here. I've got plenty of real high ceiling. So I think if I can find the rafters, screw it into some kind of bracket and hang it from there, it'll look pretty cool too, especially how it lights up. So I'm guessing from here on in, looks like the interior is done. Again, I showed you that. I don't want to show you again because it's going to fall apart. Interior's pretty much done. Looks like we're almost on the upper side. So the rest of this build, I'm guessing we're just working on finishing the frame, and we'll put all the panels on and the engines at the back pretty much. But again, thank you for watching. If you want to subscribe, the link is below. If you can't, if the link's not working, keep trying or reach out to Fanhome. I'm sure at some point in time it'll come back in stock. And there we go. Have a great week, and I'll see you next month. Bye.